A musician without a goal is like a ship without a rudder. Okay, it doesn't know where it's going. And I want to ask you, do you know where you are going this year? Do you have any goals? One of my big goals this year is 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, and I should have hit that a long time ago. Okay, we're at 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. My Spotify goal is 1 million monthly listeners this year. What is your goal? Post it down. I want to hear about it. Is it 1,000 emails on your email list? Is it 1,000 likes on Facebook? Is it 10,000 views on your YouTube videos? We have a program for that, YouTube Accelerator. But if you don't know what you're aiming for with like a target, a number, I'll never forget when I was doing music part-time, and I still had the goal every single month, $10,000 of booked shows. Okay, so I would book shows, and that was before the merchandise. Okay, so it had to be $10,000 on the books every single month. That was the target, all right? And anything on that was gravy. And I'll never forget when we did our first $20,000 month. I remember I used to go to this Bible study, and my buddy Pastor Sean, I said, dude, we did 20 grand. I couldn't believe it. And so we stretched it and we grew it till it went to 30, 40, 50, 100K a month. You know what I mean? Like going for it. And so what is your goal? One of our goals this year for working with other artists, like every song I release, I want it to be with an artist that is bigger than me, or at least freaking close. Because I'm tired of releasing songs by myself and just bouncing around Dorkton, okay? And I get that word Dorkton from that movie Facebook with Justin Timberlake. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. It's called Social Network. But they're trying to get Facebook out, okay? In the movie, they're trying to get Facebook known. And he says to his buddy Eduardo, this is freaking Mark Zuckerberg, when they're trying to launch Facebook, he's like, give me all your friends' Facebook fans. Like, give me, not all your Facebook, give me all the emails of your friends. I need them. And he's like, no, I can't give you those. He's like, if we just share it to my fans, it's just going to bounce around Dorkton. We need to get it outside of the walls to bigger people. He said, your friends, because he was a part of this exclusive group, like the Phoenix Club or something like that, some sorority club, right? He's like, I want their emails because they know people. They're connected to people. He wanted to get the Facebook out to more people and not just bouncing around the same thing like you keep doing with your same. You think posting on Instagram and Facebook, just posting is doing something. No, you need to get outside of the walls of the people you're normally reaching by collaborating with other artists. Whether you got to pay for that feature or not, whether you got to get a little smaller feature so you don't pay for it, but work with people so you can get outside of your stratosphere. Otherwise, you're just going to keep reaching the same people, and you wonder why your fan base isn't growing. You wonder. You know, every time I do a collaboration with someone a little bigger than me or the same size, it's awesome. We just did this new song, Save You. Go listen to it. It's doing really, really well. One of the things I always preach to my students is, look, when you do a collaboration, whenever anyone looks up that person's name, they're going to find you. And then you get to smash the Spotify algorithm on your end. You tell all your followers. They tell all their followers on Spotify. They post it on their YouTube, your YouTube. Post it on their Facebook, your Facebook. All your followers on Instagram get notified. So many cool things when you work together. There's so much more synergy. But instead of bouncing around Dorkton, but you got to have a goal, man. Like, what's your goal? You know, this one artist I'm working with, I got to follow up with him again because we got to get this song done. Is it easier to release a song by myself? Yeah, you know, but I would rather share some of the masters, share some of the publishing, share some of the pie, or pay for the feature, whatever I got to do so that I can work with other artists. So I have on my whiteboard at home, I have on my whiteboard all the artists I want to work with. So that means, okay, if I want to work with 10 artists, means I probably got to at least get 10 demos done, right? So that means I got to find producer for those, whether a producer to do all of them or a producer to do some of them. And I got to just break this down. If I look at it like, whoa, 10 artists, that's going to stress me out. So I work on one song, get that one song done. And then I get the next song done. And I start chunking it out. You have your big goal. Then what are the little actions that you need to take for those to make that happen? And move it forward. Even something small that you can move that thing forward. And please, please For the love of your own music career, follow up with people. One email is not enough. One message over Facebook is not enough. Don't give up so easily. Man, it bums me out. I see you artists, even sometimes when you spam me or you spam people, you only email once. You only try once. You only give it one swing. Jeez, at least in baseball, they give you 3 swings. Can you promise me and post below that you're at least going to swing 3 times to get your home run? But so many artists, man, and some of you don't even swing. You give a bunt. You give a little bunt. You don't even try. Like, come on, man. Like, market your music. Again, I was listening to Cardone the other day, and he was talking about how, you know, you artists say like, oh, well, I'm not a marketer. I'm just an artist, you know, and I don't want to push my music on people. I don't want to push my art on people, you know. Then why did you make it? Like, give me a break. That's just an excuse because you're scared of rejection. You're scared of rejection. I see it all the time. You're scared of people hurting your feelings and telling you the truth about your music, that maybe it sucks and that you need to work on it and you need to make it better. But for some of you, your music is great, but you're still scared of rejection. So it just hides on your hard drive, or it just hides in the needle in the haystack on Spotify. You know, what's so great about Spotify and all these things is we can reach the masses, but now we got to stand out. We got to stand out. And how do you stand out? By marketing. By marketing. Guess what? You got to be spending more than $1 a day. Okay, if you think $1 a day or $5 a day is gonna get your music heard, you're like, give me a break. Give me a break. I was spending $1,000 a day on a funnel marketing my music, and like, man, we were starting to see some movement. But even $1,000 a day, maybe $1,000 a day on Facebook, on YouTube, on it, like you know, 2,000-3,000 or more a day, then you'll start seeing some serious, you know, movement. And am I saying don't start at $1 a day? Don't start at $5? No, start there. Start wherever you're at. You got to start somewhere, right? Everybody starts with 0 subscribers. Everybody starts with 0 followers. You got to start somewhere. But man, can you promise me to set a goal? Start here, but aim for up here by the end of the year. Aim big. Wasn't it Les Brown who says, you know, aim for the moon, because if you miss, you'll land among the stars. So I want you to aim big. He says, look, the problem isn't that you're setting goals too big and you're missing it. The problem is you're setting goals too small and you're hitting it. You're not thinking big enough. One of my coaches said, because I was saying like, yeah, my goal is 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And he's like, well, what about when you hit 1 million? And I was like, yeah, I got to hit 1 million. Why not? You know, I got 500,000 on Spotify. Why can't I hit 1 million on YouTube? You know, like, let's do this. And I'm not talking about the smart music business thing. I'm talking about Manifest. I'm talking about my music, okay? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel on Manifest, go subscribe here. But leave me a comment below. What's your goal? What are you aiming for? You know, give me something big, something audacious, but then take action. Don't just set it and forget it. Set it and take action if you want it to happen, because you can do this. You know, everything you already need is on the inside of you. It's right in here. But everything you want is on the other side of fear. Okay, here's fear. Here's what you want, but you got to jump over this fear, man. You got to jump over it. You got to push through it if you want to get your goal, man. But do it. Who cares if they say no? Did you know that, like, the only difference between someone going to your grave to see you buried and not is whether it's raining or not? Whether it's raining or not. That's what determines probably some of the most closest people that you touch when you die. Whether they watch to see you get buried in the grave is determined by whether it rains or not. So that's where I'm at the point. I don't give a crap what people think anymore. I am done. I am done with saying whatever I want to say in my music, believing what I believe in, speaking out. I am done with you whack artists that won't invest in your career. And when I sell a coaching program, you're like, oh, he's charging money or whatever. I could care less, because people that pay attention. And I would never want to work with an artist that does not want to invest in themselves anyways. I'd rather, like, I want to push away and what's the word that Frank says? You want to really push away and just, like, the people you don't want to work with, and you want to attract. You want to be magnetic to the people you want to work with and repulsive to the people you don't. You know, that's why you got to stand for something in your music too. Because if you don't stand for something, then there's nothing for anyone to stand up with you. So if you're a freaking Trump supporter, if you're a Christ follower, whatever you believe in, if you're a freaking vegan, I don't know what you are, stand up and be proud of it and stop trying to please everyone. Stop trying to reach everyone, because when you try to reach everyone, please everyone, you reach no one.